let's talk a little bit about the even root property. So the even root property says that when you take the even root of both sides of an equation, you're going to pick up both the positive and the negative on the right-hand side. So let's look at why that is. If I asked you for the square root of 25, you would get it correct. You would just say 5. No one would want to try to put a positive and a negative on that. Because when we first learned about square roots, it was just the positive square root. But then we changed to an equation here, and you can see that both the positive and the negative work. Because when you square negative 5, you get a positive 25. And when you square negative or positive 5, you also get 25. So here, this is an equation, and I took the even root of both sides to solve it. Oops. And what I got was both the positive and the negative. So we can see there that when you are solving, you're going to get both the positive and the negative. So let's try some of these. So the question here is, does the plus minus happen? It's not a real precise math sentence, but that's okay. Okay, so let's try one. 100 raised to the 3/2. So do you have a plus minus when you solve that? No. Why not? Because it wasn't an equation. So what I did there to solve this one is I would do the square root of 100, and then I would cube it. So 10 cubed is 1,000. Okay, let's try another one. Whoa. Oop, get out of the way. Okay. Let's see. What about this one? Okay. Does the plus minus happen? Yes. Okay, why? Because to solve the problem, I'm going to take the even root, here I'll change colors so you can see that, of both sides. That square root and the square power are going to cancel. And what I have is x minus 3 equals plus or minus the square root of 13. And then to solve that, I just add the 3 to the other side. So I'm going to put the 3 in front of the plus minus. Just, it looks a little bit more attractive. Okay, so yes, plus minus, because it was an equation. So there's two things you have to have happen, and you have to take the even root. So it's an R-O-O-T. Okay, so let's try another one. Okay, what about this one? Okay, what do you think? Plus minus or not? All right, here we go. The first step to solving this equation is take the cube root of both sides. So right here, what we see is no plus minus because it was an odd root. Okay, so then to finish this equation, oh, I should have switched back to white. We have the cube root of 27 is 3. When you add 3 to both sides, you have 6. Divide by 2 and you have 3. Okay, let's just do one or two more. Switch back to white. Okay, so then let's see. What about this one? Okay, square root of x minus 3 equals 45. Does the plus minus happen? That's what we're trying to practice here. What do you think? All right, here we go. The first line of work, I'll do it in pink, is to square both sides. Okay, did we take the even root of both sides? No, we did not. The reason is that we didn't take a square root, we took a power of 2. Okay, so the point is that we did not take an even root. Okay, we took an even power, but that's not a root. Okay, so we're just going to go dot, 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 and not finish that problem. Okay, hopefully that helped understand when the positive and negatives happen. So let me just write it in words one more time. Okay, what you have to have is, for the plus minus to happen, one, you have to be solving an equation. Okay, so don't randomly put it on the simplify ones. And two, it's on the line of work. So your work, when you are doing the problem, immediately after you take an even root of both sides. Okay, sometimes students put it too late. You know, at the very end they go, oh my gosh, this was a plus minus. But don't do it too late. Let me show you what I mean by that. Okay, so like sometimes I have a student that goes like this. Okay, so they recognize that they're going to take the even root. So I'll start the problem in pink here. They take the even root of both sides, and then they end up with x minus 3 over here, and they put 7. But let me just make a note here. This is wrong, okay, because it should be plus or minus 7. And then they continue, and let's see, they add the 3, they get 10, and then they go, oh yeah, this is a even root, so then they just randomly throw on a plus minus. Okay, so to be clear, oops, that was hard to read. Let me write it again. This is wrong because the plus minus should have happened right when you took the even root. So now this one will be correct. We'll take the square root there, we'll take the square root there. That'll give us x minus 3 equals plus or minus 7 right there. That's the line where we want it to show up. Okay, and then we'll just finish the problem. So we have 3 plus 7 is one of the answers. And then negative 7 plus 3 is negative 4. Oops, that's a bad 4. Okay, goodness. Okay, there we go. All right, hopefully that helped.